It's been very easy for me. The guys come in and I bring the juice every day. I always got a smile on my face, making everyone laugh when I get the chance. So
The guy's going to be a guy. The end of really mini camp season for multiple NFL teams has been upon us. So sadly, we're going to have to watch to see any real football until late July. But luckily, late July, the passes do come on. We get a little more concrete evidence of who these players are and who they aren't. And somebody who has been absolutely captivating since high school, he's been doing this. And now he's doing it at the NFL level. Mr. Travis, I'll play both positions, Hunter. That is his official middle name. Now, obviously, a lot of people have been talking about how marvelous he's been at the cornerback position. Interestingly enough, when he started off at wide receiver, there's a lot of negative perception, which is kind of interesting. And I think the question needs to be answered kind of, is he the best cornerback or the best wide receiver on the Jags team? I don't think he's the best wide receiver on the Jags team because Brian Thomas is there, but I think he can easily be the best cornerback. But let's do it. Let's get into it. We're gonna watch a little film. We've got a few looks here, and then we also have, if I put it in here, we got him. I don't have the video, but apparently he was switching jerseys mid minicamp. So the first one he was defense. Day 2 he went back to offense, and then day 3, the final day, he switched. And then after this, we'll watch a little bit of his interview too. He did like a full interview sesh. So no, this is where it is. I have it right here. Okay, cool. So if we have time, we can get into that. But where I want to start is just a regular old minicamp clip, huh? You know what I'm saying? And I want to speak about it. And before we even get into the conversation of wide receiver or cornerback or this or that, the reason the conversation is being had is because the fluidity of his movements, right? You combine the fluidity of movement, the comfortability, the apparently limitless amount of energy to operate at a high level, and obviously the speed, the agility, all those things, the flexibility, the contortion ability, the focus, the football IQ. There's so many things that he does at a high level that I think that it's hard to say what position he wouldn't be good at when it comes to football, right? I think he just performs things at a very high level. And then when you talk about the cornerback and the wide receiver position, there's a lot of, you know what I'm saying, those are sister positions. Those are, you know what I'm saying, corners learn to get better from wide receivers. Wide receivers learn to get better from learning about corners, right? There's an art and a dance that happens between those two that requires that certain level of knowledge that I think, maybe aids him in being a little bit better of a corner, being a little bit better of a wide receiver. I say all that to say, with the limitless amount of physical ability that he has and athletic ability that I don't think we've seen. That's somebody tell me. I don't know when we've seen a freak like this. We've seen freaks that are big and bad and fast and strong, but to be fast, strong, agile, and to be a different beast in the same animal. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Is completely different. And the ball skills. The ball skills is really what's it called? The ball skills is really what keeps everything together. The ball skills is what makes him so captivating and so, I would even say, polarizing when you ask the question if he's a better wide receiver or cornerback. But I think at the end of the day, the main thing that's been answered is that he's an amazing player. He's got plenty of energy, and a lot of people have come away with a lot more respect of him. So let's start with Ryan Clark. So I think he has all pro written all over him. I believe the sky's the limit on Travis Hunter, but you want him to get immediate impact out of this young player. You let him play defense and let him go lock folks up. I have to agree. I have been the one that's been consistently saying, look, I think it is so much easier to have him learn defense and then have a few 10 to 15 plays on offense, right? That way he doesn't need to learn the full playbook. He only learns the whatever, the Travis Nasty package, whatever that package is. You bring him in, again, specifically for 10 to 15 plays. He only gets 5 touches on those, or 5 designated plays where he's going to get the ball. End around, hey, maybe a curl or something where you're set up, where you're the hot route. Maybe put him in the slot and get him a nice favorable matchup against a linebacker, right? Give him 3 to 5 of those, and then 10 plays where Travis Hunter's is out there just running in motion. Just have him come across the field. All right, now run over across the motion and then go sit down. So get ready for defense. Like that, you need that. Call Travis Nasty. I want Travis Bluff 87 ZX whatever the Y banana. Get out there, boom, and then, you know what I'm saying, Travis Hunter does a little dance, you feel me? The defense locks up a little bit, and then you go about your day. I think that, I don't know if you noticed, I don't know if you can tell, not an NFL coach. I just came up with that on the fly, big dog. I'm just spitballing here. But I cannot spitball you a way that makes sense for him to learn the entire offensive playbook and the defensive playbook. I don't know. That's seemingly how the GM is approaching it. Seemingly how Liam Cohen is open to it. But let's hear about Liam Cohen, and let's hear what he has to say about the Jags, has to say about Travis Hunter. And again, if we have some more time, we'll get into Trevor Lawrence's thoughts about it, as well as some other Jaguars for minicamp.
Did you guys decide that we were going to make a play for Travis Hunter? This is a must-have for this Jacksonville Jaguars team. And when did you decide you were on board with the Travis Hunter experience as the head coach of the football team?
I think about a month prior to the draft, we started having some conversations, right? James came in to our office, was Tony and I sitting in here, and he said, hey, what would you guys think if we could go and make this thing happen? And when you go through the evaluation process of Travis on both sides of the ball, and you'd say, yeah, I would take him as a DB and I would take him as a receiver, right? And so those conversations started to become a little bit more realistic about a month prior. And then, okay, you have to go through all the different scenarios, right? What happens when we give up this pick? What do we end up having to do to pivot? And ultimately, it just came down to, look, we want to get a player that wants to come in here and obviously be the best player that he can be. He feels as though he can do some phenomenal things in this league on both sides of the ball, which we appreciate. And we want to be able to give him that platform while also knowing that when your best players are some of your hardest workers and the guys that truly love the game, that love every aspect of it, that eat, breathe, and sleep this thing, that's who he is. And we do have a lot of those guys in this building, but continuing to add to that is what was really important. And those are the things that he brings.
And, I think it's important, extremely important to have a quarterback, or not quarterback, because synonymous, a head coach rather, that is extremely confident in what, their young stars being able to produce, right? It's easy just to say that what he's doing is ambitious and it's a lot and it's whatever, but I think it goes another level to ensure that regardless if that's a large idea or whatever, or a plan, that, hey, there's a confidence there, right? It doesn't matter if it's crazy. It matters how you go about achieving it so it doesn't look crazy when it's achieved. You know what I mean? So I think that they can realistically change the NFL forever. If you produce a player that you already saw the Felton dude, I don't know if I put that out there, but they had some dude from right here. They had some dude from the what's it called? The Packers, who's a wide receiver, I think a second-year wide receiver, trying to play defensive back. And obviously they just cut Jair Alexander. They were having some very big question marks for secondary when it comes to the Packers. And they're like, well, I mean, how about we just take somebody who's good at catching balls and put them on defense? Yo, I don't think Travis Hunter grows on trees, dog. I just don't think that's how it happens. Sadly. You know what I'm saying? But continuing on, before we get into a little bit of the tape and a few more things, let's hear what Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, we've done videos on Trevor Lawrence, the expectations for him coming into year 5, I believe. He's got his big extension. He's been paid quite handsomely, and at this point, he's starting to reach Justin Herbert levels of he ain't done nothing much for us, and I want to see more from you. So let's hear it from him.
He's grown a lot. There's a lot obviously being thrown on him, being a high pick, playing both ways. There's a lot, I can understand being drafted high in the expectations, but as far as I didn't play both ways, so that's another world. I think he's done a great job. Obviously, this is going to be a big opportunity for him during this break. You want to get your mind right and be ready to go and be rejuvenated for camp, but you also got to really be prepared and be ready. And he's got some time to kind of get in his playbook and learn the system. I'm excited to spend some time with him this summer. We plan on getting together quite a bit and throwing, getting some timing down, but also just talking through the system. And I got no concerns about him. I'm really excited just to see him continue to get better. And I mean, he's a special player on both sides of the ball.
On both sides of the ball, and that's been a consistent thing. Like, it doesn't seem like, as much as the conversation has been kind of centered about what should he do, what should he start at, again, that confidence. Everybody from the Jags are like, he is both. Like, he is Travis Hunter. He's not a wide receiver that plays corner. He's not a corner that plays wide receiver. He's Travis Hunter. Like, I don't know what else to say, and that's at the National Football League. There's still people who are astonished by it. So here's 10-year NFL veteran Aaron Murray Eric Murray, speaking of the confidence there, talking about Travis Hunter playing both ways. This is an NFL vet. Now, and I want to stress this. Because again, I've been watching football way longer than I've been making and yapping about football on the internet, right? I value lived experience and a lot of different things when you speak on certain perspectives on things, right? 10 years in the league, I don't care if it's Patrick. Wait, has Patrick Mahomes been in the league for 10 years? Sorry, I was about to be like, how old am I? So I don't care if it's Patrick Mahomes. He is Eric, maybe because, maybe he's played more Super Bowls. We can get in semantics, but my point is someone who has been in the league for 10 years, has seen the ups and downs, who has seen generational athlete, non-generational, overrated, non-overrated, so many flavors. His perspective on things, it means a lot. You know what I mean? It's not just because, his name's not big. You've never heard of Eric Murray or maybe you haven't or maybe you have. I think it's more important. That 10 years, that means something to me. That's a stamp of approval that not many have in many jobs. Ask how many go around, unless it's someone older, what I'm saying, who's been doing their thug deals for a long time. Even successful people. Ask how many people have been at jobs for 10 years. Just saying. It's even rare for the NFL. Come on now. Let's hear it.
It's natural for him. It's just very natural. I think every time he steps foot in that white jersey on our side, you see these flash plays, and it's like, well, he probably, he just got here. He probably really don't know what's going on, but, that's just his true athleticism and who he is, and it's just real easy for him.
How unique is it? How crazy is it that yesterday he was on defense, now he's on offense, and you're lining up against him? Yeah, I never seen it before other than, in high school or something like that. So to be able to do that at the highest level is one of the most impressive feats I've seen in a while.
Wow. So, again, it's easy, and y'all can go back. One of my favorites, I don't know how many of y'all be TikToking, but them kids got a new TikTok trend, open the vault, and they're like, you like the old LeBron videos and stuff like that. I think that stands out to me a lot in those is that, like, when LeBron was coming into the league, his teammates was not messing with him. Like, it was already like, and some 18-year-old's not going to come in here, blah, blah, blah. He ain't going to be the leader of the thing, right? And I know it's not the same thing. I know it's apples to oranges. I know it's not the same thing. It's not a fair comparison. But just thinking about, like, that vibe, and this is, like, the exact opposite. This is a 10-year vet who is, like, stamping, oh, yeah, not only can he do it because he's my teammate. Dog, I ain't never seen this in my life. I've been here for 10 years. I ain't seen nothing like that boy. 12. Yeah, hey. Y'all be safe. 12 out here. 12 out here now. Let's get a little bit. I want to hear from Travis Hunter. I couldn't get just the singular one. I don't want to go too far, but this is a small little snippet. I don't want to go too deep in it because I want to go more into these interviews. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go Travis last. Let's hear Jags rookie running back speak about Travis Hunter, and then we're gonna go to Travis Hunter.
Yeah, seeking greatness. I know he's going to be great, on both sides of the ball, knowing that he's going to play at the highest level that he can and, help the team win at all times. And, just see that every day is unbelievable.
And then here we go. Here is Travis.
It's been very easy for me. The guys come in and I bring the juice every day. Always got a smile on my face, making everyone laugh when I get the chance. So we just been fun, having fun, and just being kids out here just loving and living our dream. It's very, very great experience. I know I can't let them down. I got to go out there and work, and I know they got my back. I ain't buy a house yet.
Okay.
Oh.
Did you look at 16 in one day? Is that?
Nah, it's not true.
Oh.
It's been very easy.
Hey,
the guys come in and I bring the juice every day.
I want to talk about two things. First, I want to talk about The Juice. I think The Juice is a good movie. I think the juice that he brings has been a topic of conversation. Look, Travis Hunter is going to be controversial because of how great of an athlete he is, right? I think there's going to be continued conversation about what he does and the way he does things, right? There's just so many eyes focused on him that the judgment is going to find ways to continue to evolve on him, right? So the fact that y'all try to pretend like dancing in hot Jacksonville, right? That's what it is. Hot Florida weather. Y'all try to act like that's a bad thing. Y'all try to act like having a helmet on is a bad thing. I'm sorry. My roommate is upstairs grinding ice cubes. That is one of his hobbies. I apologize. But I'm just yell over it. But for Travis Hunter, what's it called? It's important to realize that everything besides that is also going to be controversial. You know what I mean? So the house stuff, the marriage stuff, the prenup stuff, the XYZ, that can be controversial, right? But that's just aside, because what he's doing, playing both sides, that in itself is going to be controversial. In the same way that the whole Abdul Carter thing and wanting the number and how that worked out, like there's just going to be an issue and a problem when it gets to those certain levels. And you're just trying to start reaching and breaking ground that no one in the NFL has done. People don't like change. People don't like something different and new, and they don't know how to handle that. So I do have to say that's why it means a lot that someone like Trevor Lawrence, who understands what expectations can do, right, who knows what it means having expectations from a high school level, right, he's saying, hey, the guy's going to be a guy. The energy, I actually love it. The energy is keeping us going. Brian Thomas, hey, joking jokes about it. Hey, he's dancing around doing all this other stuff, but it's positive. 10-year vet. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Head coach, he's that guy. This is the level of confidence that I think Travis Hunter needs. It's not just about Travis Hunter, adding the spark to this team and adding whatever to this team. It's about how does this team accept him, and the fact that it's been arms wide open, I think it's going to cause some problems for y'all. I think it's going to cause some real problems. And as an AFC South enjoyer, as a man who happens to have a Texans insignia right on my large forehead. And by the way, some of y'all said I was bald. I'm not bald. I just got a big ass forehead. Okay, let's get that out the way. Okay, all right. That's a problem for me. I don't like that. I don't like that the Titans look good. I don't like that the Jags look good. And they got a few Jags or Colorado Buffaloes, but I think it's phenomenal and absolutely miraculous what Travis Hunter does and continues to do. And I think even more important, the fact that the confidence is with his teammates, confidence with his head coach, clearly confidence with his GM, and a lot more to come as well. We are doing this live, so to end off the video, I do want to read a few of the live comments. And if we have any extra time, I did make a Travis Hunter video where y'all had a lot of comments to say too. So if I get into that, we can do that. If not, I'll just make that a separate video. So what's the chat saying? What is the chat saying? So Isaiah says, I think the problem for Travis is the team and coaches won't be able to put him in the best spots for success. Okay. They don't know how to use a player like him. That's interesting. It is a new regime. So there can be some, some problems trying to get everything going in the right direction. Isaiah also says, I think he doesn't need to learn defense. Dion and the Buffalo coaching staff has taught him all. Now, as much as we're pro Dion over here and we're pro Colorado, we are also pro realism, right? So we have to also agree that it's not necessarily Travis Hunter doesn't know how to play defense, is that he needs to learn the defensive schemes of the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? I'm not familiar with their defense again, it's a new regime, so I'm not, I don't know what defense they're going to run. Are they going to go 3-4-4-3? Are they going to be zone heavy, man heavy? Are they going to be putting Travis on an island? Is Travis going to be playing some slot corner? Like these are things that have yet to be seen. And I think when we see them, we can start kind of making some more of those assumptions. Stacy said, Isaiah, that's true. Okay. Travis is better at cornerback, even though he's a good wide receiver. That's what Kawan says. I'm not mad at that. Travis Hunter is a ball hawk. He tracks the ball amazingly. When it's in the air, he will have issues with bigger wide receivers, which Isaiah, that is okay. You're pretty fair there, because that's the big point, and that's been my biggest issue with the dime or slot corner position. You've seen it go up in value so much with the rise of the box safety coming in, right? Because you can use an X player as your slot. You can use that X player, out there as your dime. You can do different things now in the box when it comes to coverage players. Putting Travis Hunter in that traffic as a 6 foot, strong enough, but I don't want him to get washed out by tight ends. I don't want him getting forced into the run game unnecessarily. Not that I don't think he can handle himself, but to Isaiah's point, I don't want him stuck on tight ends if he's working in the slot. Even though I think he has the flexibility and change of direction to be an amazing slot corner, I think he can shut it down. But what is that going to do for him longevity wise? And that's where the conversation really comes about utilizing him right. It's not that he's not a one player. It's like, okay, well, if I'm focused here, am I going to let him just be on an island and then he can't be used anywhere in the interior? Well, then you don't get to use him like Pat Surtain. Pat Surtain gets lined up everywhere. Okay, well, if I only line him on the inside, do I not get to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of conversation, a lot of questions that need to be answered to utilize him in the best way possible. But yeah, I think some good points are being made, though. But he can cut the field in half. Yes, he can. He can cut the field. He's very rangy as a corner. I think the offense should be used like how the Texans use Tank Dell. You mean take the top off with Tank? Come on now. Hey, man, I wish Tank gets back, man. I hope he's going to be all right. Tighten up. That's what Steve says. Dominic says this is year 10 for Pat. HD Hall, that says, he says Travis gonna gave a lane for himself. Giovanni says can't hear it. I guess it was pretty low. Sometimes they do be low. If you fish trap, I don't know what that says. Tisha, shout out to Tisha, Tisha 420. Travis's wife is about to intercept money and run back to her family. All right, we gotta start wrapping it up, guys. I appreciate y'all watching for the YouTube video. Come join me live when we're gonna be doing all types of crazy things and stuff like that. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, man. Like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, subscribe if you enjoy football content. Continue to be great, and we'll see you next time.